Hello and welcome to another episode of the podcast. My name is Faith, your host, and today I have a fun topic for you. I have titled it FitFam, and no, it's not what you are thinking. This is nothing. It has nothing to do with physical fitness or going to the gym or having that banging body that you always desired. Well, there might be some references along the line to physical fitness, but this necessarily doesn't have to do with physical fitness. So, um, I'm essentially going to be talking about why it is important to prepare for opportunities and how to keep yourself in the fit zone for opportunities. Now, we know that opportunities, or should I say that opportunities, are like mineral resources. They are abundant, but you've got to be able to identify them and to mine them. You have to be better prepared and positioned for opportunities. So preparing for opportunities can be likened to preparing for marriage as well. It must never catch you unawares. Imagine a groom who is caught unawares on his wedding day, about getting married. Has never really been prepared to get married, but just finds himself in a suit and a tie and in front of the church or before the preacher or priest, ready to be joined to his wife. That's going to look absurd, So same goes for opportunities. It never should catch you unawares. So you must constantly put yourself in a mental space and state of mind that constantly expects opportunities to pop up or come along. So to be positioned for opportunities and to harness opportunities, you must be a problem solver, not one who complains in the face of challenges. You must not develop a mind and an attitude that sees problems always. Rather, you must see or develop an attitude and a mindset that sees order through chaos. So you must be someone who finds it easy to put one and one together to make a beautiful piece or to make a masterpiece. So when it comes to opportunities, you cannot be a pessimist. It is important to note this, that you cannot be a pessimist. You must be a staunch optimist, even when it looks like the well is dry and there is no flow. So you must be an optimist. Procrastination must also be far from you if you're going to be someone who is rightly positioned and fit for great opportunities. You can't delay what you need to do today till tomorrow. I remember some time ago, that's about 4 years ago, a job opportunity came along, and a product designer was needed for a particular project, and this fellow reached out to me through LinkedIn, having seen my profile, and at that point demanded my portfolio of projects, alongside my CV to be reviewed for that position or for that role. But unfortunately, I hadn't put together my portfolio, and even the project I was working on at that moment, I hadn't put it together completely, and I was just lost at that point, because if I had that portfolio ready and in hand, I would have gotten the job. So I had to just pass on the offer painfully, because I didn't have a portfolio, and it was always on my mind: put together this thing, get this projects done, get them compiled together, put them in your portfolio, have a couple of case studies and all of that together, so that you can have something to present when a job comes along. And that was my first painful experience, or let's say a painful experience that taught me to be better prepared for opportunities when they come along. One other example comes to mind in the scriptures about the 5 wise virgins and the 5 foolish virgins. They were all waiting for the bridegroom, according to the scriptures, according to the Bible. And the 5 wise virgins had their lamps primed with oil, and they had extra. Meanwhile, the 5 foolish virgins, rather, didn't have enough. They just had enough to carry their lamps through, And about the time when the bridegroom was going to arrive at midnight or so, these foolish virgins, their lamps were already growing dim, and they requested for some oil from, the wise ones. And those ones, being wise and knowing what can happen, told them, "We're sorry, we can't give you part of our oil. You would have to go to the sellers to get some for yourselves in time for the arrival of the bridegroom." And we all know what happened in that scripture. While they were gone to get the oil, the bridegroom came along, and the wedding feast started, and the doors were shut against the five foolish virgins. So it's important to be prepared, not to delay what you need to do today and delay till tomorrow. It's important to always be prepared. Right, I remember talking to my mentor, my boss, that year when I lost that, opportunity, as it were. My mentor, he was like, "Do you have your portfolio? Do you have this and all of that?" And I was like, "No." And he was like, "That's what I've always been saying, that you should be prepared for opportunities because they can come anytime. So it's important, never delay. Don't procrastinate what you can do today till tomorrow, because you might never be able to tell when opportunities can come knocking." So you remember that you don't get a second chance, to make a good first impression. You don't get a second chance to make a first good impression, a good first impression. So I think a lot of people kind of have this mindset or mentality that, a second chance will always come along. It doesn't always work that way. So you don't get a second chance to make a good first impression. And luck is not magical. That is one thing that we always need to understand. Luck is not magical. It doesn't just jump on you. Luck, they say, is a situation where opportunities meet preparation. So you always have to be prepared. So to be fit for opportunities, you need to be proactive. You need to be proactive. You need to be able to go the extra mile. You can't be caught slacking at all. You can't be caught slacking. You must be willing to go the extra mile. You must be willing to do things that other people won't normally do. You must be able to, or be willing to take that extra professional course. You must be willing to polish that CV, attend that seminar or webinar, go for that certification program, attend that conference, be extra packaged in terms of your dressing, take that proficiency test, read that book or journal, watch that inspirational video or documentary, pay that prospective client a courtesy visit, do the extra office work even when others don't want to do it. You must be willing to go the extra mile. So always have a positive attitude as well towards things and people. You'll be doing yourself a lot of good, because when people know you have identified you to be someone who has a positive attitude at always, you smile always, you feel good always, even when it looks like things aren't going well, you try to put yourself in the right mental space that gives off, a who's of the positive attitude, towards things, towards people, towards your colleagues, towards your clients, towards anybody and everybody around you. It goes a long way to prepare you and to position you for opportunity, because when opportunities come along, the first person that people will think about is that person with a good attitude, not the one with a bad attitude or a stinking attitude. So you must put yourself in that space where you always exhibit a positive attitude. So it's a thing to be developed. Develop a positive attitude and maintain it. Also, you must always dress for the occasion. Remember that you are dressed according to the way you are dressed according to the way you're dressed. It's a no-brainer, and it works all the time. No one is asking you to go out of your means to be able to dress in a certain way, but that which you have, put it together the best way. Have it properly ironed, wear your nice suit, and all of that. Just be properly dressed for every occasion. If you want to meet the president, for instance, your consciousness and the consciousness that you carry, essentially, about the desire to meet the president, will get you to always dress accordingly to meet the occasion, because you never know when you have or when you get the opportunity to actually meet the president. So it is important to be properly dressed at all times. Opportunities come calling, and it is whoever is prepared, that gets called on board. So it is important to be properly dressed. Also, to be fit for opportunities, you must know that it's never automatic. It is not magic, like I said earlier. It takes preparation, just like going to the gym. I find some people, going to the gym and they want to have six packs. They want to get a ripped body and all of that. I just think it's something they can get in a day, in a week, in a month, and all of that. But there are persons who've been at the gym for 3, 4, 5, 6 months, even a year, even at more, and they keep at it. So that is where discipline comes in. Just like when you go into the gym to get that banging body you desire, it doesn't happen after one day. It doesn't happen after, just a few hours of workouts. You keep at it. You keep grinding. You keep at it, till you lose the extra weight, till you pack the abs, till you get ripped, while supporting your workout with the proper, an appropriate healthy diet, even when you get the body that you so desire, you don't even stop. You keep at your routine workout and healthy diet to maintain that body so that you can look good. So it is with opportunities as well. It doesn't just happen. It's not something that just jumps on you. You must be constantly prepared. And when you've come to that state of preparation, you must also develop a routine of maintenance. You must maintain that attitude, maintain that lifestyle, maintain that mindset. You must put yourself in that space constantly. And lastly, on this episode, know when to switch from what's not working to what is. You can't continue to do the same thing over and over and over again and expect a different result. It doesn't work that way. So identify what is not working, try to fix it, and if it's still not working, just change it totally. So you must be willing to go back to the drawing board at all times to evaluate yourself, evaluate what you're doing, see if you're making progress. If you're not, try to identify what is not working and try to fix it. If it's not fixable or you still do not see a change, just change what you're doing. So I hope that you have learned a thing or two from this episode. Until I come your way again on another episode, keep being fit, keep living a life of purpose, and keep living a life of faith. God bless you. Bye-bye.